Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. With that in mind, I'd like to invite you to view my electronic portfolio for AEP 879 Fall Practicum 2013. Here's my table of contents with my slides numbered. In 1992, I graduated from Fort Hays State University with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, endorsements in language arts and social science. I was a non-traditional student that didn't begin school until we took our youngest child to first grade. In 2012, I received my Master of Science in Education Reading Specialist from Fort Hays State University, and I'm now completing my second Master of Science Building Leadership with this practicum and this fall. I began my teaching career in Natoma, Kansas, USD 399 as a self-contained fourth grade teacher for 2 years. I then taught second grade for 6 years and was the Title I teacher for my remaining 2 years in Natoma. As empty nesters, we moved to South Central Kansas to Halstead, USD 440, where I taught fifth grade language arts for 3 years, and I've been teaching Title I reading for the past 8 years. Brad, my husband of 36.5 years, and I have 3 children, Adam, Aaron, and Amy. Adam, Jennifer, and 3 of our grandchildren, ages 8 years, 11 years, and the baby 9 months, call East Wichita, Kansas their home. Aaron, Shannon, and our other 3 grandchildren, ages 7 years, 5 years, and 14 months, live in McPherson, Kansas. Our daughter Amy lives in West Wichita. Brad and I work together at USD 440, where he is the co-director of grounds and maintenance. Our boys have both gone into the field of education to become teachers. Our daughter is a licensed professional therapist and works for Ember Hope, previously known as Youthville. I'm proud to say our family has caring hearts, and we are all working to help the youth of today become valuable contributors to society. Our spare time is making memories with each other, our children and grandchildren. The values of our family live by are faith, family, friends, and football. My practicum goals were to commit to the school's vision for high standards of learning for all students and staff, becoming a visionary leader, to increase my knowledge and understanding of the building leader's day-to-day activities, becoming a better instructional leader, to facilitate and engage in activities that enhance teaching and learning, becoming an organizational leader, to collaborate and communicate with families and community members to improve relations, becoming a better collaborative leader, to examine my professional and personal goals, becoming an ethical leader, to learn more about the evaluation model currently used and the models that Kansas had approved for full implementation by the 2014-2015 school year, becoming a political leader. These are based on the 6 ISLLC standards. My philosophy statement is I believe that all can learn. I believe the importance of trust cannot be overstated. I believe all students and staff should be treated equally and with equal opportunities to reach their learning potential. I believe high expectation promote high results. I believe communication is a two-way street of listening, responding, both with an open mind. I'll offer my leadership and knowledge as I assist my district in shifting from Common Core standards to college and career ready standards. I'll assist in the transition of the new evaluation model and the use of curriculum instruction that works. I will assist my principal on days when he is absent. I will learn as much as I can from my building leader on how to accomplish these goals, as well as helping him meet them. I've attached my activity log for Halstead Middle School. I had a total of 272.5 hours at Halstead Middle School. And then this is my activity log for the district level, 26.5 hours, and the high school, 20 hours. I have a demonstration of how the activities I've completed for my practicum. This was our MTSS behavior model, a vision of safety in our school. Our students, we have laid it out through posters, through t-shirts, through videos, through hands-on practice of the behavior that's expected in different areas of our school. Our data has gone down remarkably, behavior incidents that have been reported to the office this year. One of the best examples that I had for visionary learners was the Eagle Rock School in Estes Park, Colorado. On Standard 2 for building leadership, I am on the building leadership team. This is instructional leadership, excuse me. I'm on the building leadership team. My learning plan, I had activities where I was in charge of different things with professional development. The student improvement team, I'm on the 4th and 6th grade team. Professional learning communities, we do this by subject area, so the ELA professional learning communities. I noticed in this activity of the principal in a basket reflection paper that I became aware of how important it is to have trust in your school and community. The new principal had received so many emails telling what someone else had done that he needs to begin his position with the family, being the school family, building time. I also helped our high school music teacher, drama club with the musical Oklahoma. I drew the background scene here. Of course, the people that painted it made it look a lot better than just my drawings. But I believe that helped our students see that they felt valued and important. Even though they weren't in my class, I was still helping them. On the ISLIC Standard 3, which is organizational leadership, this was demonstrated by the fundraising, the Ames Web organization, the bus evacuation drill. Those were activities I was involved in there. A case study, the problem with inclusion, and the special education class, where the leader had to organize a new class and also some of his students in helping this student that was coming in with a hearing impairment. I helped with the high school debate tournament organization of it. This is a letter from the classroom teacher, the drama teacher sponsor, and then the registration, the time schedule that we used that day, and there was a lot involved in that, and from even just organizing refreshments throughout the day and a meal, a breakfast and a lunch. So that was my organizational leadership. In ISLIC Standard 4, getting the community involved, a collaborative leadership between community and school. I was active in the publicity for Kevin Honeycutt, cyberbullying that we had presented, and I was made a marquee for the advertisement for the town marquee, the local newspaper, which I have attached here, the local public television station, Notes Home, Facebook. Oops. And then the next slide is the ISLIC Standard 4 also. We saw that we needed another elective for our 7th and 8th graders, and they have articles that they communicate with our community in the newspaper weekly. They write these articles and have pictures in there. They also put on a gong show and a talent show, and that's combining our school with our community. ISLIC Standard 5, I think my best example of this are the way Mr. McKee has modeled and taught me to use our behavior program. When I was filling in an administrator, I dealt with cyberbullying, texting incidents, students not having the appropriate shirts on, a mother conferencing with the 8th grade team of teachers before her son totally got out of control, a boy bullying a girl on the bus, a group of students starting a pregnancy rumor, a student bringing a knife to school. After I made this slide, I also had a student bring a gun to school, and there was no harm meant with either of those. It was just in their backpacks, and we had to deal with that. I realized how the state is also involved in that. But in all of the above instances, I believe I held each student accountable. I paused and reflected on the issue before I made any decisions. I considered the moral and legal consequences, and I made sure that individual students' needs were met. An example of that in a class was the school and community relations class with the Facebook. We have social media nowadays that is everywhere you turn. I do have a Facebook page, and so the tip on that, from the 10 tips for using social media and school communications, make sure to keep your personal life separate from your professional life. And this is, we still want to keep people informed as we seek volunteers for various activities. It allows us to develop a caring school community, but also remaining silent to some of the comments that are made on Facebook takes an ethical stand. ISLIC Standard 6, I attended Chamber of Commerce meetings and also site council meetings on a Christmas parade committee. This lovely chart is my understanding of how the political system works, as far as from President Barack Obama to Ann Duncan to Dr. Diane DeBacker and the State Board of Education to our board president and our school board, to the superintendent, the principals, to our teachers, and then down to our students. But we're all working for our students. My summer reflection exploration. I was excited but nervous to begin my practicum. Halstead is in south central Kansas and 30 miles northwest of Wichita. 4 fellow teachers who've gone back to school for their school leadership degrees had attended Baker University with outreach classes in Wichita one evening a week. They have all said how much help it is to meet personally with their classmates and instructor that once a week. They felt that's what helped them with their classes and then their practicum. I chose Fort Hays State University Online because it's where I had received my bachelor's degree. I was afraid I'd not have enough class and advisor support, and of course, I wouldn't have enough time to do a good job. I didn't think I would be as involved in the district and secondary level as much as I should be. My explanation on that: I found that the support from my classmates was there in the blogs. Listening to what other people were doing in their practicum gave me confidence to know I was on the right track. My instructor was easy to contact and always answered my questions within just a few minutes of each email sent. I was amazed, and we must have had similar schedules. I had time to work with my administrator 319 hours. Some of that time was at the district and secondary levels, and I would volunteer for things to go to extra meetings to obtain those levels of experience. My conjecture: at this time in education, when we are making the shift from Kansas State standards to college and career-ready standards, our teacher leaders are important to the administration of our schools. Our teacher leaders are the ones to help make the shift a positive one, and making changes in curriculum mapping and the evaluation tools are also key elements in the success of a school. As an administrator, having the resource of teacher leaders will help those changes go more smoothly. My analysis: I know that my confidence in myself and my ability to think outside of the box led me to become a teacher leader in our district. It was through my experience of taking my building leadership class and my practicum that I came to understand of how important each teacher leader is in our district. My communication skill allows me to listen, reflect, then respond to the needs of our teachers. I've assumed administrative duties throughout this practicum, and each one has resulted in trying to build success in our students and staff. My synthesis: while there's no way for the practicum experience to fully prepare anyone for a building leadership position, it did shed light on many different hats an administrator must wear. One of the things that's so important is to keep what is best for the students as the reason for any decisions made. Administrators are there to build successful programs through, with, for, and by their teachers, who in turn are there to build successful students that will lead us into the future. I have my annotative bibliography, and yes, everyone can be college ready, addressing cyberbullying, which I had an incident of that. Mall schools for at-risk students. I teach at-risk students, so that was interesting to me. A day in a mastery-centered classroom. Can you be too nice as an educational leader and administrator? The guy reader is not an oxymoron. Diffusing out-of-control behavior, the most misunderstood person of all in education. The Common Core State Standard ELA, I've used that, and the scaffold silent reading in our professional development communities. So those are 10 of the articles that I had focused on. Attached also is my summative evaluation form, observation of my practicum students, signed by my administrator and myself. I believe those are the requirements for my electronic portfolio, and thank you for being my audience.